I am thrilled to be here, honored, and what a reminder it is of how lucky we all are. I think there could only be one thing luckier than to be a Morehead alumnus in Chapel Hill in October, and that would be to be a squirrel in Chapel Hill in October. Everybody must have seen, what an incredible time they have out here. And let's see. I'm John Callan, class of '69, and I do want to thank everyone, Chuck and Megan, and I'm sorry, the names of our, as Linda said, they reminded us of the Smothers Brothers. Two young, Jeff and, I don't, okay, Jeff and Joe and Jeff? No? Okay. Jared, I don't know, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have received the Morehead Award. But I did, and I'm very grateful to be here. And I just want to, again, acknowledge how far this program has come, and wouldn't Uncle Mott be proud? Boy, look at what's here in front of us and what he and his vision has produced, and thanks to the Cains as well. I ought to get on with what I'm trying to say, I guess, but I do want to say that I envy some of the younger Moreheads and Morehead-Cains, because of course you got to share your time here with women, and we did not. We didn't get together very often, and that's probably why. And so it's great to be able to do that now. And the other thing that I really envy is the fact that you have these summer enrichment programs and these incredible adventures. I did see Buddy Wester last night, and we commiserated on how we did that too, but we had to pay for it. And he and I both actually went to Israel with Dr. Boyd on an archaeological expedition, and it was incredible. And I'm just wondering, I'm looking down at Lucy, I wonder if there may be a reimbursement opportunity here. Because I know we have now, you know, Mary Cain has been very helpful, and maybe. Anyhow, let's get on with what I just wanted to talk about. So, it is a lot of fun, but there's some stress here too, and I did want to, I'm probably already seeing my time up here. Go ahead, I want to set it, so there I got my, there we go. There is stress, and following that is enormously stressful. And so what I thought, as I pass a little of the stress on to you all, and the most stressful thing in college, of course, was a pop quiz. I'm speaking about the exciting subject, Postal Service. And this is, and actually they should probably take some lessons about survival, because that's what we're talking about here. I thought I would put the stress back on you and ask some questions. So which large American company is in trouble? I'll go through these and answer for you if you have trouble. Actually, Microsoft had a bad quarter, you might have read, so they are in trouble. And GM is coming back, but obviously the USPS is in enormous trouble, and that's what I'm really focused on these days. How bad is it? Well, they're losing $25 million a day. They will have lost $15 billion this year when they report their earnings, if you call it that, at the end of this fiscal year. They just defaulted in August and September on $5+ billion payments to the Treasury for pension pre-funding. Their core product, which is first-class mail, is declining at a rate of 7%. Pretty dramatic. And they were projected, and they hired BCG and McKinsey and Accenture to tell them this. That's where a lot of the money goes, by the way. It doesn't come to my consultancy, but it goes to those guys. And they told them they're going to lose $238 billion by 2020 on the current rate. Not a fiscal cliff, but it's certainly a black diamond trail. And nobody knows what's down at the lodge, because we don't even know if there is a lodge. So why is it in trouble? You can pick a few of these. Poor service? No. Actually, the service is excellent, and it's been graded as the best in the world. And truly, we have something to really be proud of, although we really do take it for granted. This is the best postal service in the world, and we get it for probably half the cost per stamp of anyone, and it is not subsidized any longer. It was. Great Recession, when things started to go south, that's when the alarms went off and they acknowledged we were in trouble. But it wasn't the recession, really. It's e-substitution. Bad law. There was a law passed in 2006, almost at the peak of all this high volume, and that's the law that required the Postal Service to pre-fund 75 years' worth of pension payments. Now, private sector, would they do that? No. Who would be so stupid? And no one else in the government has to do that. So this is a very, very unfair part of the law. There were also a lot of other problems with the law, and we'll talk a little bit about that. Poor delivery coverage? Hardly. They deliver 150 million places every day, 6 days a week. 150 million stops. Poor retail presence? 34,000 retail outlets. That's more than McDonald's, Walmart, and Starbucks combined. I mean, some of these numbers are just hard to imagine. And again, I think we take it for granted. Poor management? Not really. For operations, that's what they're all about. You basically, you join the Postal Service as a letter carrier, and you stay for life. And they do a very good job operationally. Labor obligations? Yes, in terms of the prepayments, clearly, and the fact that they are federal employees, and there are 560,000 of them. And their pensions are phenomenal. So they're probably the highest paid federal worker. Competition? Not really, because they have a monopoly in first-class mail. Of course, that doesn't help them if it's going away. But they actually partner very well with FedEx and UPS. Weak brand awareness? Hardly. Is there any brand that anybody can think of that we all know and live with every day? Any commercial brand other than the U.S. Postal Service? Broken business model? Absolutely. So how can we fix this? Increase revenue? Not enough. There will be another postage increase, by the way, on your first-class letters, and it'll go to 46 cents. Wow. Can we afford that? You pay $4 for a Hallmark card and you get it delivered anywhere in the country for 46 cents. That's pretty incredible, and it's completely out of whack. And they're capped at the CPI on that, by the way. So there's no way to get out by increasing revenue. Cut cost? Absolutely. The Postmaster General himself has put forward a plan to cut billions, $22.5 billion per year out by 2016. So why doesn't he do it? He's the CEO. Well, Congress won't let him. Subsidize? It's a possibility. We were subsidized up to 1970, 71. And then actually that's when the U.S. Oh my gosh, 1 minute, I gotta go. I'm gonna jump ahead. Here, the problem is, I'll jump to here, and who's going to fix this? Congress. They have to fix it, and but do they? Will they? No, because again, it's got momentum, and who's screaming about it? Not too many people. What I've been all about is trying to take an independent initiative to address this problem, and I've created this thing called Postal Vision 2020. It's an initiative. I've done a couple conferences. I brought in the concept of what would Google do to it. I had the guy who wrote the book, Jeff Jarvis, has been very much a part of it. He's a partner in this with me. None of us get paid, and we're trying to influence Congress. In this couple of the conferences we had, this is Vince Cerf. He is Presidential Medal of Freedom winner for co-inventing the internet. It wasn't Al Gore. He wrote the TCP/IP code. He is Google's chief internet evangelist. It's time. Oh boy, I knew this would be a problem. So here we go. this is the conference we put on, and what can we do about it? Well, I could use some help. Go back to mail. You could attend my conferences and help me get funded. And look at the last one here. I have had the pleasure in other jobs of having Morehead interns. So if anybody's interested, I need help because I'm alone with this. And I have reached out to one other North Carolinian and somebody that most of us know, and that's this guy, Erskine Bowles. And Erskine has been extremely responsive, and he is helping me try to find funding and also introduce me to Senator Carper, his good friend, who's the co-chair of this initiative. And the thing what we're trying to do here is I'm trying to suggest that this problem is a first step at solving the national debt problem. And if we do this, we can show we can do some of that. Erskine buys that. And by the way, to thank Erskine, I want everybody to go to fixthedebt.com and sign his petition. It's bipartisan, and I'm sorry, it's nonpartisan, and it's important. So it's important that I move on, and I just want to say thank you.